Hello, how's everyone doing? Ooh! Okay, first time going live on YouTube. I usually do recorded videos. Hello, and thank you for coming to my channel, Cooking Live 101, and where basically I go ahead and give you tips and tricks from a restaurant point of view. I've been cooking for over 19 years. It is my passion, and I love it. So that being said, tonight I am going to show you, it's the holidays, right? And so everyone loves appetizers, and what goes great with wine, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, is stuffed jalapenos, appetizers, and I was like, do you know what, let me go ahead and show you guys some tips and tricks and safe things and fun, right? An easy way to do stuffed jalapenos. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down here in a minute so you can see all the action. But first, I want to go ahead and say, hello, my name is Krista Maxine, and I am with Delicious Lifestyles. And go ahead and like and subscribe. It's going to be fun. It's going to be raw. It's going to be natural and a little bit of drinking, right? Okay, so that being said, hello again. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, so you have the cutting board here, right? And it's always slipping, even the ones with the safe stuff. So what you want to do is grab a paper towel and get it very, like you want to get it damp, you want to get it moist. Okay, and of course when you do that, then it crumbles together, so you spread it out. I have preheated the oven to 425. And I do have a fancy schmancy jalapeno thing where I could like actually put the jalapenos in there. You could also use some skewers. You could use a baking rack so they sit. But tonight I'm going to do just a few quick ones. And then while the jalapenos are cooking, we're going to have some more drinkage. Okay, so woo, cheers. You got to take a beverage. Oh, what's that shirt? I did not mean to offend you. That was just a bonus. Okay, so that was one tip, right? You want to put a wet paper towel to prevent your cutting board from moving. Also, if you want, I found these gloves. In the restaurants, we're always using gloves when we're working with raw food, especially raw chicken, meat, what have you. But when I work with hot things as well. Now, if you don't have these gloves, the best thing to do is go ahead and, if you have lemons or that concentrated lemon juice, have that handy. So when you're done working with the jalapenos or other hot things, you actually could just take a lemon and squeeze it into your hand and rub it like you're washing your hands or lotion, and then rinse it off. And all the jalapeno hot juice is going to come off, and you're safe to touch your face. You're safe to, you know, do other things. So let this refocus. Okay, so there's a few ways to actually cut a jalapeno. You can, but with the way, I'm going to show you a couple tricks with the like common household items that we have. No real fancy tools, you know, going on. And I'm just like you guys. I mess up on some words sometimes, what have you. Okay, so can you see? Yep. Okay, so I take my knife and cut off the ends. And I'm going to use, you could use a little tiny paring knife and cut around. So I'll show you two different ways. So you're basically trimming this. And if you love the spice of jalapenos, then you want to keep most of the seeds in. If you like the taste of jalapenos, but you're not really a big spice fan, like you don't want it to be too hot, then what you could do is go ahead and rinse the jalapenos and all the seeds will come out. But I'm going to leave a few in there. But I do have look at, the smaller the jalapeno is, usually the less hot it is. I mean, don't take me to the bank on that. Sometimes there's some really big fat jalapenos that are very, very spicy. But if you just want the flavor of the jalapeno and the slight, just like the slightest heat, rinse out your jalapeno. Okay? Now, of course, you can stuff this with Colby Jack, all kinds of stuff. I was hanging out with some people, and we had venison stuffed in there. Or actually, we had the cheese, then we had the venison around it. Cheers! You gotta take a drink. And even if you don't drink, you can have hot water, iced tea, what have you. So that's one way with a little paring knife, right? Okay, then we have another way. You take the spoon. It should be a little smaller. I have this teaspoon, but even if you have a smaller spoon, and you can just trim around the edges. And the knife actually pierced a little bit into, nope, this one's good. Sometimes the knife pierces right into the jalapeno, and then all your cheese and your fillings like come out, and you're like, oh my goodness, that was the whole point, right? But this kind of just goes straight down. You don't have to be as sensitive, and it gets all the way down and across on the vines, and the whole middle piece comes out. And then you have your jalapeno. Okay, so the best thing to do is go ahead and cut all your jalapenos. I'll give you another tip. So it is actually, I know this sounds kind of funny, but it's actually safer to cut with a sharp knife. Because a dull knife, oh, look at a small jalapeno. That one's going to be spicy. Aye. Right? Okay, so it's safer to cut with a sharp knife, because the dull knife, you're going to have to press harder, and you're going to have to put more torque on the knife because it's dull, and it takes twice as much effort and twice as much torque to go ahead and use the knife to cut it. Now, it being a sharp knife, I'll show you again. Very easy. So you don't apply as much pressure, and the knife goes exactly where you want it to go. And you know what? Yeah, my favorite. I was showing you with my favorite way is to use the back of the spoon. So I have my oven preheating to about 425. 425, 350, depending on your oven. All ovens are different. And mine's just a regular household oven. It's not a convection oven that you see or that you work with at the restaurants, which has all the air flowing and a fan blowing, so the heat is going everywhere. It's not just like from top and bottom. So, what are you guys up to? Have you done your Christmas shopping yet? I am so grateful that you are here. I'm excited that you have joined my Cooking 101 live. I'm also on Facebook, Delicious Lifestyles. Krista Maxine. So today we're going to stuff them with just cream cheese. I figure that's a little bit more accessible. And besides, that's what I had in my fridge. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 7. That's plenty. Ooh, excuse me. Cheers. And I do a lot of Facebook videos. On Facebook. Live. And some of the people have reached out to me, and I've talked with them, and they actually hate cooking. Like, they've used that H word, and they despise it, and they're like, oh, I can't cook, and I don't like it at all. And it's like they're frenemy, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I feel like cooking can be so fun. it could definitely be fun. Okay, so I'm done actually like touching the seeds and trying to clean out the jalapenos. Of course, I washed them. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my gloves, put them over here. And now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use the same spoon. And this is the best way I found to do it. We'll scrape it. Like an ice cream cone that you want more ice cream in, right? You've been to some ice cream shops and then all of a sudden they're just like, when they're making the ice cream, they don't push down the ice cream. And you're like, what? And over half of your cone is hollow. So you just push it down. Like so. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot one. And this is live. And so it's not like I can go to like a commercial break. And wait, there's more. For only $19.95, you can get a set of Gensu knives. Okay, then you push it down. And what also is pretty cool is the, oh my goodness, I missed I forgot to turn off my notifications. I apologize about that. But the cream cheese is a little, like the cream cheese has this little like sweet, sweetness to it. So it adds a little bit more flavor than just Colby Jack or, you know, the other cheese, which if I were to, you know, do the jalapenos with regular cheese, I'd probably go ahead and do Colby Jack. Cheddar, yes, but cheddar is very greasy, but it has so much fat in it that half of the cheddar, just like before the bacon is done, half the cheddar is coming out because of all the fat. So the fat has melted and it's very greasy. So that's why I love using cream cheese with it. And then if you do choose to use a Colby Jack, then it's it cuts down on all that fat too. Which everyone loves, you know, some good fat, avocados, what have you. But oh my goodness, I'm such a slacker. We need to drink. Cheers! Easiest way. Oh, look at it. I can tell you, I love jalapenos. Okay, so yeah, for right now, let's just go ahead and cook those 6. We'll put those away. And I went ahead, I just cut with my bacon. I just used my kitchen shears and I cut the package in half. And if you use a whole piece of bacon, which is awesome, but then you wrap it around so much that it takes twice as long. The outside of the bacon is sometimes burnt. The middle is raw. So all you need is half of it. And like I said before, you can use skewers on the grill. So what you want to do, okay, so you have it stuffed. You wrap the fattest, there's always a fat piece of bacon and the smaller piece. You want to start with the fat. And you go ahead and take the bacon and you go from the top of the jalapeno and see how the fat part of the bacon is already wrapped over half of it. And that part needs a little bit more. So then you like kind of crisscross and go towards the edge. And then you put it in this awesome thing. Oh, but wait, a secret, of course, for the cleaning. It's all about the cleaning later. you go ahead and spray it with some pan spray. So all the cheese and anything, especially if you're using the cheese and the other stuff, it won't stick to it, and it's so much easier to clean. So again, that part around. And tonight I'm only doing about 4 jalapenos. But even if I do more, I try to get the jalapenos and stage them in different spots. So there's like, I don't know, it just cooks better. So I'm touching the jalapeno, yes, but I'm touching the outside, which is just like when you touch a bell pepper. Of course, you want to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, sing happy birthday, but once you're dealing with the inside of the jalapeno and the seeds, you're going to need to, you could, yes, wash your hands with soap, but if you're dealing with the insides of the seeds, you're going to want to prevent any kind of burning in those unspeakable areas that we all know about and we know and love. You want to use, if you have concentrated lemon juice, you put maybe about 2 tablespoons in a cup, and you can put your hands in the cup, or you can go ahead and pour slowly over your hands and then rub it like you're rubbing on lotion or you're washing your hands. Soap will clean your hands, but it's not going to get all of those toxins that the jalapeno holds, all the heat. So let's go ahead and put this in. And drop your towel. So this is real life, guys. Right? I'm here. I want to give you tips and tricks and have fun and have drinks. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you know anyone that hates cooking. Or you go over to the house and they invite you to a dinner party and you're like, okay, and then you make sure you eat before you arrive to the house. I've been there a few times. And then also, even if you just want to, like, you know, enhance your skills. It's not intimidating. It looks hard maybe to some people, but then once you get into it, and I'll suggest this, the best thing that you want to do to start off is start with something you love. So pick an entree that you love, a dish, an appetizer. Oh, that fell. Ah, are you guys okay? You fell. My tripod. Like all the way went down. Are you guys okay? So funny. I think you're safe. I think you're safe. So, I forgot what I was talking about. I was so worried for you guys' safety. But if you guys, you know, even want to enhance your cooking skills, we do tips and tricks. We're going to be going live every Wednesday for Wednesday, right? Why not? Why not? Get it? We can even play games. Every time that I pick up, or if I say wine not on Wednesday, you would have to take a drink. That sounds pretty awesome. Okay, so now you can watch me kind of straighten up the place. Now I still have my gloves right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the tops of my jalapenos. Throw those away. Let's see. Now we just get to chat. Well, I'm doing that, so it's all about appetizers. It's December. I have some cocktail peanuts. I'm going to make a tray. Yes, sometimes even as chefs, we get, people even ask me at work, they're like, hey, when you go home, do you cook? I was like, what? Because I want to see exactly where you're coming from when you ask the chef that question. We think about all kinds of recipes and what we want to do at the house. But after you've been cooking for, 11 hours and you've been on your feet for 11 hours, the last thing you want to do is go home and make some, what's a couple ideas? There's a lot of easy fast food. But the last thing you want to do when you go home is like go ahead and, come home and make a, beef bouillon or some fancy schmancy stuff. But this is really good. And then I have some cheese. And yes, I already bought it cut up because it cost cheaper for all of this cheese. It was more reasonable for all of this different type of cheese. I have cheddar. I have sharp cheddar. I have Asiago. Okay. I'm going to steal that piece. Cheddar jack and pepper jack, already sliced up. So I'll show you guys what I'm making right now. My little cheese tray, and you'll never believe what happened. Where's my tongs? So this is real life. I was going to go ahead and record this, and I was like, I've never done a live video on YouTube. I always do it on Facebook. I had a piece of cheese fall into my wine. But do you know what I saw today when I was shopping? That's weirdly sweet and good. I saw that they had some cheese already made up. It was cranberry cheese. So there's like cranberry like infused in the cheese. I'm like, that is so crazy and weird. Now I do love me some brie cheese with some hot jalapeno jam spread. Let's see, I have 2 cheddars, 3 pepper jacks. I'm going to get me another Asiago. Because I have a nice Pinot Noir that I'm drinking. Oven lights on. Oh my goodness, guys, it's almost done. Because I already have the oven preheated and I only used half a piece of bacon. So usually if you do the jalapenos, oh, it smells so good in here. If you cook stuffed jalapenos with a whole piece of bacon, then it takes you about 35 or 40 minutes. Half the bacon, well, the top and the bottom parts of the bacon are burnt. The inside of the bacon, when you get closer to the jalapeno, are still like raw. Not even like soft. It's raw. With just so much salt, it's probably not going to hurt you or anything. But that stuff's almost done. It smells delicious. And now you're just packing up stuff with me. So we have the salami, we have the cheese, we did the trick about the board. So welcome to my cooking show. And here are the appetizers. I just went ahead and get some uncured salami, cocktail peanuts, cheese. And then I'm going to put I might move over the salami with my cheese. Or I think I'm just going to get a separate dish for my jalapenos. So for the holidays, I always have different glasses. A rule I was told one time was like, I was going to use a Christmas mug, I think it was. And they're like, no, you can't. It's not Christmas. I was like, what? And then after a couple years, I got used to it, and it's kind of a neat thing. Cheers. So definitely the next video, the next live video, or maybe even record it, I'll do it every time, is where there'll be a certain word, and we'll drink every time I mention that word. So let's check on our jalapenos. I dropped my mitt. Well, those are going to take another 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and sign off with you. You guys go ahead and like. It's not burning. It's just a little smoke because I opened the oven. Excitement, real live. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to turn off the fire alarm. There it goes. And then I'll post another recorded video of when my jalapenos are done. Thanks for watching.